Hello guys, welcome back. Today I want to show you how you can use Chat UI Kit for your React projects to have a good looking user interface in a chat application. So I want to show you what we are going to be building today. So as you see, we have a friend list on the left in a sidebar, and when we click on a user, we are opening a chat container here. In this chat container, we have a header with the friend name. We have a message list, and on the bottom in our input field, whenever we type our message, it's adding it to the message list. So it's a very useful interface. I came across this when I wanted to implement a chat application on my React project, and I didn't want to use much time building a CSS file, and it helped me a lot to have a decent looking chat interface. So let's get started. First, let's go to our main directory, cd frontend, and we are going to install two packages here. First of them, Chatscope slash chat UI kit React. This will install it, and the other one is npm install Chatscope chat UI kit styles. We only need these two packages for our project, and let's go to our chat page. Here I want to import our components. Let's start with main container and chat container from Chatscope chat UI kit React. And if we want to use it, we will have a div here, and inside this div we will import our main container. Let's go ahead and start our npm. Yes, as you can see, we have nothing here. We have just a container. So on the left, we are using a sidebar for our friends, and we are showing here the previous conversations. So to do that, we need to import the sidebar component, which will allow us to have a div like this here. Let's go ahead and import this sidebar, and inside the sidebar we will have a list of our conversations. We're gonna import our conversation list and conversation. Inside this conversation list, each one of the conversation will go into this conversation component. So let's come back here. Okay, we have a simple dot. Each conversation object or component will have a username. It will have a name. Let's say John. And okay, we can leave it like this for now. Let's go back. And we're just getting a list item here. That's because we need to import the styles package as well. From styles min CSS. Okay, now this should fix it. Okay, now we have a much better view. Okay, we have our sidebar. We will of course implement some other stuff as well, but let's continue with our chat page on the right. So This is our sidebar, and we also need our chat container. Inside this container, I want to have chat container. I want to have a message list. Yes. And also I want to have a message input. Yes, perfect. But now, since we have not given any position to this sidebar, it displays it automatically on the right side. If we say left, it will place it on the left. And also let's give our div some height. I will say height 600 pixels. And yes, nice, it's working. So we have our message input and message list. We can make this conversation better. We can give it a profile picture, or we can give it some other properties as well. So inside our conversation, I want to add a profile picture. We will import avatar from ChatUIKit. And I want to give this a source. I will take this profile icon, copy image address, and give it as the source. And yeah, now we have our profile picture, we have our friend name, and we can also pass some other properties that will make our interface look more professional. We can say, for example, last sender name. Let's say John sent the last message, and as you can see, it comes up here. And info, we can give the whatever the last message is. Let's say hello. Yes, good. Now we can see our friend. We can see our friend name. We have see the last message from this conversation, and we have a profile picture. We can also give it an active status. If it's true, it's, as you can see, it's has a blue background. If it's not the active one, we can say false, and it leaves this as default. Let's say true. I want to import conversation header here. This is our for this component here. I will say conversation header dot content the username. Let's say John. It's John. Say let's display the profile picture here as well. And yeah, and also another useful thing can be, we can give an info here as well, that we can say the last active 10 minutes ago. Yes, it makes it very easy to have an interface. So if you type any message here, it's not coming up. You because we are not handling the send message function. Let's go here. In this message input, first I want to give a placeholder, like type your message here. Yes, and it has an onSend function. If it's onSend, fire this send message function. Let's go ahead and write this function send message. It will take an event, and the event equals to our message. Let's go back, refresh it. If we say hello, we're getting our message here. Hello world, we're getting the message here. That's good. And the last thing, we want to display the messages here, and I'm just gonna create some sample messages. So in this chat container, we have our conversation header, which includes our friend avatar and friend name. And in the middle, we want to display the messages. So we have our message list, and message list will get a message component. Let's do it like this. It's also a component we get from ChatUIKit. We need to import it. Message. This message component will get a model property. In this model property, it's basically the content of the message. It will get a message, it will get a sender who send it, it will say send time, when did we send this message. We will have a direction if it's our message or our friend's message, and also the position. Okay, our message is, let's say, hey John. It comes here, but if it's our message, we will say it's an outgoing. And yes, if it's incoming, just simply write direction incoming, just like that. In our case, it's outgoing. Sender, it will be us, let's say David. Send time, we can say 10 minutes ago. And position, we can say it's a single message. And yeah, that's looking cool. Let's add more messages here. I want to copy this and paste it. So let's make these messages coming from John. So it will say, hey David, how are you? And also it is incoming message for us. Hey David, how are you? Yes, good. And if we want to, we can display the avatar here for each message as well. For that, after this message property, we will say avatar and give it a source. Copy image address, paste it like this. Now we can display the avatar here as well. And if you don't want to display avatar for each message, we can say avatar spacer, for example. It's also very useful item. And we are automatically getting a space for our avatar. Yes. So that was it guys. It was a quick tutorial. I just wanted to show you that this package exists, and we don't need to use a bunch of time creating CSS for these components. So if you want, I can make a more complex tutorial for this package because there are a lot of things we haven't covered. And I will also link the official documentation of this package in the description. And I will see you on the next one.